I am on page 44. This is assignment 10, and it's on multiplying binomials. Okay, so remember that's two terms, and we're going to multiply two terms times two terms. Now, we're going to learn two different methods. Okay, we're here on question 2, and we're going to learn first the distributing method. Okay, now why are we learning two different methods? The more flexible you are with this, the better. And this is super, super important content when you get to Algebra 2. All right, so let's take a look at some examples. Okay, remember, we're multiplying binomial times binomial. So in this case, my first binomial is 3x plus 4. And I'm going to multiply that times x plus 2. Okay, now, here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to distribute. We already know how to distribute, right? Like if I just had this, I had like 4 times x plus 2, I would know what to do. I would just multiply. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing, but we're just going to do it twice, right? So I'm going to first distribute this 3x. So I'm multiplying this 3x times everything inside this second set of parentheses. So I'm going to first do 3x times x. Okay, notice I'm doing this first. Okay, 3x times x, this is 3 times 1 is 3, and x times x is x squared. Okay, next I'm multiplying this 3x by the other term in the second parenthesis. So this arrow right here, that was step 2. 3x times 2 is 6x. Now next I'm going to distribute this. So I just multiplied the 3x times this and this. Now I'm going to do the same with the 4. So I'm going to do 4 times x. That was step 3. Let me make sure this is neat. Is 4x. And now the last step, 4 times 2, that's the fourth step. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, so now I've done all my multiplying, and I actually just have some like terms here, right? This has x squared, there's nothing else with x squared. This has no x, there's nothing else like that, but these two in the middle are like terms. So 6x plus 4x is 10x. Okay, so I'm just combining those two middle terms and bring them down. And this is your answer. Okay, let's do another example. And before we continue, the code word for your listening check is scissors. Like I cut a piece of paper with scissors. Your code word is scissors. Okay, and let's take a look at another example. Okay, so once again, I'm multiplying this one by this and this first. Okay, so step 1, 2x times 3x, 2 times 3 is 6, x times x is x squared. 2 times 4 is 8, so 2x times 4 is 8x, right? That was my second step. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to multiply this negative 5 times both pieces. Now careful, this is a negative. Okay, so negative 5 times 3 is step 3. Negative times positive is negative. 5 times 3 is 15. It's 15x. And negative 5 times 4, that's negative 20. Once again, you'll notice my two middle terms are like terms. And that's the benefit of following this same order every time, is those two like terms will always end up in the middle. Okay, notice 8 minus 15 is negative 7. Okay, just be mindful of your signs whenever you have a negative in the problem. Okay, and that's it. I want to just show you really quick. There's some teachers will call this FOIL. Okay, it may be a little old school, but like I certainly learned this as FOIL. And the reason is this stands for first, right? Like I first multiply the first together. Next I multiply the outsides together, right? This times this. Those are the two outside numbers. Next I multiply the insides together. And then finally I multiply the lasts together. So if that helps you remember it, cool. I like to just remember it as like I first distribute this one and then I distribute this one. But this works too. All right, so now we're going to set up your practice problems. Okay, the listening check is going to be in number 3. And this is going to be problems 4, 5, 6, and 7. So go ahead and set that up.